Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am the Gifted Oracle and I'm back for another video. I know it's been a while, but I was taking some time off, much needed time off. But I'm back today to kind of touch on one of the reasons why I was taking the time off and why sometimes it's important to disconnect yourself from people, places, and things that don't serve you anymore. And I know if you're on a spiritual path, which is probably why you're even looking at this video, then you understand the purpose of disregarding things that no longer serve you. Some of us might be tired of hearing that phrase, to get rid of things that don't serve you any longer, but it's so important. It's so vital to the next stage of your journey, because it's a continual process. Like, everybody and everything that's in your life currently is not going to make it to the next level with you, and we're constantly evolving and changing, and some of those people or things in our lives are not meant to go with us to the next level, even if they're solid people, good people, or good jobs, or nice houses, whatever it is that is gone past its expiration date. Because there's always something new for us to learn. It's always new lessons being placed before us. And sometimes, that's just like going to a new grade and you taking your old books to your new classroom. Like, why? They serve no purpose. They serve no purpose. They were good to you while you had them and you learned from them, and now it's time to let the next person use those books that helped you, and it's time for you to get acquainted with your new books. So yes, I just want to touch on that, because sometimes we get attached, a lot of times we get attached to things and to people, and it's one of those things we have learned. Like, you learn that you love your family, and it's family no matter what, and family is always right, and family is always first. When you start making friends, you hear about being loyal to your friends and people having their day ones, and from the sandbox to the grave. And then you learn to get a house, you're in a 30-year mortgage. For a car, you're in a 3 to 7 year possibly loan for a car. So we are what's the word I'm looking for, programmed to believe that longevity is always good. Like, you're always taught it's ideal to get a good job and stay at that job for a long period of time. Like, you work there at an early age, you stay there until you retire. Those things are looked upon as being respected, and that's your goal. But in actuality, how boring is that? How logical is that? How limiting is that? That you're with the same person for 50 years. You're in the same house for at least 30 years. You're in the same car for an average 3 to 5 years. You have the same friends that you've had since elementary school. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but do you ever think that there's more to life? Like, is there more to life than just waking up and going to this same job every day that you've had for the last 20 years because it's stable? There's some people out here that actually love they love that about their lives, and that's great. But for most of us that are actually on a spiritual journey, we deep down hate that. We deep down know that it's something bigger for us, and not to discount the people that are happy and that love, their routine life. But then there's some people that routine is just not our thing. It's not our calling. It's not our purpose. We were brought here to do something bigger, to do something better. And for those of us that do that, we don't understand why we never feel fulfilled or settled in a place, in a job, with a person, it's always something nagging at us that we want to do more. But guess what? The divine is not going to allow us to do more, to allow us to explore, you know, those things that we want to explore if we're so stuck on living the life that we've been programmed to live. If we continue to hold on so tightly to the people, places, and things that society has told us that we should. It's time to make space for the new stuff. It's time to make space for learning a new thing, meeting new people that are on the same level as you. Because let's face it, we're gonna talk about people for a second, holding on to people, right? So a lot of times, myself included, because I'm speaking from experience, we tend to hold on to people definitely that no longer serve us. People in our lives that we think are loyal to us, that we feel like have our back because we've known them for a long time. They probably have helped you out. You've helped them out. Your kids play with their kids. It could even be family, but whatever the case, we all have people in our lives, or have had people in our lives that we have built bonds with. And so when we start to elevate and we start to really explore this spiritual side of us, we begin to change. Our thought process begins to change. And then you have these people that are in your lives, and either one, they don't understand it, or even if they kind of understand it, they don't fully understand it because it's not their path, it's not their journey, right? So you start to notice a disconnect. And so when they start to notice the disconnect is, oh, they acting funny, they switching up, they're weird. Oh, she crazy because I heard her talking to herself, or, you know, she went to the store and bought all these rocks or crystals or whatever you call them, or I saw her reading tarot cards, or, you know, and then it becomes these same people that you were loyal to, these people that were your A1s, these people that you shared good moments with, good laughs with, are now talking about you behind your back. Even before you start acting weird, a lot of these same people that you go to bat for, and you're like, oh, I can't break up this friendship, I can't turn my back, that's my family, I can't do this. These are the same people that's talking shit about you already. Before you start acting weird, they probably were waiting for your demise, or not even in a malicious way, but people like to gossip. And sometimes they feel like, oh, that, you know, I know for me, you know, sometimes your family will have conversations about you, and then when they're confronted, it's, oh, but it's family, so it's cool. No, that shit ain't cool. Like, family, no family, it's not cool. Friend, no friend. I don't care if I've known you since I came out the womb. Like, certain conversations shouldn't be had. So, like, I'm saying all this to say, these same people that you find it hard to distance yourself from, and not even completely just cut off and stop talking to, but like just kind of put some boundaries up and separate from, these are the very people that's talking trash about you, that low-key like when you're going through some shit in your life and you call them to vent, and as soon as you get off the phone, they calling so-and-so, girl, you know, so-and-so just called me, and her and him going through it, and or she late on her rent again, and he, you know, his baby mama, I saw her. Like, people, even the people that you feel like have your best interests at heart, a lot of times don't. Friends, family, whomever. And even for the ones that do genuinely have your best interests at heart, right? Because your journey is not their journey, what do you have in common? What can you sit and have a conversation about? my way of thinking now is, if I can't talk to somebody, have a conversation with somebody, and me take something away from that conversation, whether it's something new or not even something new, but something positive, something inspiring, something that is going to leave a positive mark on me, I don't want to be bothered. And that's just that on that. Like, if we can't have a conversation, and not to say you can't laugh, joke, kiki with your friends or your family members or whatever, but essentially you want to feed your mind and feed your heart good and positive things, whether it's on social media, whether it's in person, whatever. That goes for your kids, your parents, other family members, the people at your job, wherever. Why are you continuing to hold on to people that want to feed you negativity? If you have that one friend or that family member that every time they want to link up, they want to drink and smoke and party, but because you've elevated a little bit, not to say you turn up your nose at it, but let's just say that's not your vibe anymore. Like, you don't want to do it like that. Every now and then it's cool, but let's just say this particular person, that's what they do. They do it all the time. No judgment, but if you're elevating and that's not your scene no more, but they keep trying to get you to come out, they don't have any respect for what you're trying to do. So again, why would you want to spend time with them? Or if you have that friend or that family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever, that every time y'all link up, they want to gossip. Girl, let me tell you. Man, let me tell you. Guess who did this and guess who did that? I don't know where he got that money to buy that car from, but I heard. Don't nobody want to keep hearing that every conversation. Like, again, no judgment. If that's what you choose to do, then that's cool. But how is that helping you elevate? How is it helping you to get to the next level where you want to be? How is that feeding you spiritually? And again, if you were brought to this video, that means you are on a spiritual journey. That means you are trying to figure it out. You are trying to figure out how to continue your healing process, how to grow, how to manifest, just how to navigate through this spiritual stuff, right? Because it's already a challenge as it is, because it's taboo, because our spiritual side of us melanated people was never something that was talked about and vocalized a lot of times. Not everywhere, but you know, most of us start embracing the spiritual side of us later on. And it's some of us that still struggle with being open about it. And that's the other thing. You need to be surrounding yourself with people where you can be open and honest and be the true you and not have to worry about being judged, not worry about people calling you weird, even if they don't understand it. You should surround yourself around people that want to understand, or once you put that boundary up, I don't do this, I don't do that, this is what I'm on now, people that respect it and they still love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to be the real you, be the true you, and whoever don't like them can kiss your ass. That, I mean, if you're not around people that's gonna help you evolve, what's the point of being around them? Sorry. But yes, it is definitely time to, I'm sorry y'all, just my hair is like really bothering me, but I mean, it's distracting me. So yes, it's time to rid yourself of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And sometimes it's not even a physical person or a physical place or a physical thing. It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing of, what if people don't understand me? What if people don't like me? What if I don't have what it takes to fulfill my purpose? I'm not good enough. Oh, that is some bullshit. Get out of your head. And I know that that is a hard thing to do. I'm an Aquarius, air sign. Air signs are all overthinkers. it's a process. And like I said, I've been on my journey for about 2 years now. And it's hard. It is. It's hard, but it's rewarding. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's hard, but it's a necessity. Like, you have to know self. And the only way you will know self is to do the work. Like, when you know who you are, it becomes fairly easy to cut those people off. Those people, places, and things that are not helping you to propel forward. When you have a relationship with yourself and a relationship with your creator, it's easy to set those boundaries and cut those people off. So that's a huge part of this journey, is learning yourself, knowing yourself, learning to love yourself. Because once you love yourself and put yourself first and learn how to set those boundaries, all that other stuff will fall into place. And that's a part of self-love. Part of self-love is taking care of yourself physically, taking care of yourself mentally, setting boundaries, and not allowing people to treat you like shit and allow people to put you in shitty situations. Like, that's all self-love. What you eat, what you drink, what you watch, what you listen to, who you surround yourself with, all of that is self-love. So you can't say that you love yourself, but you're constantly making decisions that contradict that. And again, not to say that I'm perfect, we're perfect, whatever. Like, nobody's perfect, because that's the thing. Spiritual or not, it's a daily, it's just like being an addict. How if you're an addict and every day you wake up with and choose to be sober or choose to be clean, like it's a day-to-day process. Like, every day you have to wake up and choose not to get high or not to drink. Same thing with the spiritual process. You have to wake up every day and decide, I'm going to be a better version of me today than I was yesterday. And guess what? You might wake up tomorrow and you might get up and do everything wrong. But the beauty in it is that even if you get up tomorrow morning and the whole day you just do everything totally backwards and you just regress and go back to all your old ways, you can wake up the following day and wipe that slate clean and start all over again. And you're not held, like, it's not held against you. It's not, because we're not perfect and we're all gonna make slip-ups, and it's fine. But it's all about handling your emotions, knowing yourself, loving yourself, and applying those lessons that you've learned so far. So the whole point of this video in a nutshell is, it will serve you greatly to cut off those people, places, and things that no longer serve you. In order for you to go to the next level, you have to. You have to cut them off. And it gets lonely. It gets lonely as hell, because right now I'm going through that. Like, I'm living like a hermit, basically. And I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with that because I have a peace of mind. I have a peace of mind and I feel good. And this is the best that I've felt in my life. You know, because of where I am spiritually and how I feel about myself. The lonely part is fine, because I know that at some point I will attract the people that I should attract. And I'll be where I'm supposed to be amongst my tribe. And, you know, so it's worth it to me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope whoever tuned in, got something from this video. I'm going to be more consistent with posting videos, some like this. And of course, I do read oracle cards and tarot cards. So I'm going to continue to do those readings as well. Yeah. And I think I will go live on Thursday, I think the 11th, whatever day the 11th is, because the new moon is in Aquarius. So in honor of the new moon being in Aquarius, I will do free card pulls. So if you are looking at me on YouTube, check me out on Thursday night. I don't know, I'm not sure what time, maybe around 9-10ish. Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, if you have any ideas for any videos that you or topics that you would like me to talk about in future videos, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.